Hi there, fire people. This is Carrie at Wooing Nature, and this is the elementals. And I am doing this for all of those people who feel fire connected. That can either be through your zodiac, sun sign, sun, moon, or rising. So if you are a fire sign, meaning Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, then this is for you. Or if you know your chart very well and you know that you are heavy on the fire side as opposed to whatever your sun, moon, or rising is, then you can connect in that way. Or if you know you're just a fire person in general, if you know that you're fiery and that kind of stuff, then you can connect at this level as well. So this is more about elements and less about the zodiac and then understanding who you are elementally, and then how your gifts or your strengths or your weaknesses are kind of playing into whatever it is that you're doing. So fire signs or fire people are energetic, they are passionate, they are go-getters, they don't hesitate. Fire keeps us warm. Fire can blow you up as well. So um, we have to be careful with fire. Fire is not something you play with either. And I think sometimes people miss that, especially when they're thinking about just the fire signs of the zodiac. We don't necessarily think about that aspect of it. But fire is one of the first things that we're told to be mindful of or be careful of, or not to toy with. And so they are also not to be toyed with as well. So, so anyway, I'm going to pull out the cards. This is actually for the mid part of November. So this will air mid part of November. So this is about November, or that time period between mid-November and then mid-December when we do this again. So I'm going to grab the cards and I'll be right back. All right. So fire people, I've been told to go to the Steampunk Tarot for you and for this reading for your element. So fire people, what's going on in November for my fire people? What's going on in November for my fire people? What do they need to be aware of, and how is their energy being activated at this time? All right. All right, that's a good sign. So this is the card of victory. It represents a time when you are seeing and honoring where you've been and what you've done and what you've accomplished. So it's a time of paying attention to your accomplishments, fire people. What have you accomplished? What have you been successful at? What did you set out to do that you did? Okay. And then this is about analyzing, looking at it, making an assessment. So now that you have done this accomplishment, you know it's nothing is over when you finish something. So the six of wands here, it represents accomplishment of some sort. But you know, once you accomplish something, then there's a whole another set of there's a new cycle. You know, you've ended one thing, now you're getting ready to go on to something new. But before you go on to something new, fire people, you want to take a good look at what you did already, because there are teachings in that, there are lessons that you learned. There were things that, there were unexpected turns that happened in that process of getting to this level of success where you are, or reaching a level of success. And so you want to spend time with that, because you're going to see those things again. You're going to see some of those lessons, or you're going to see the build on this lesson. You're going to see it build on in the next phase. So you don't want to forget what you've learned, and that's why you have to take time out to really do a clear assessment of what you gained. What did you gain? What was the real success here? You know, because sometimes success is rewarded with something tangible or something material. So it may not be about the object itself, but it's always about the process. It's always about the process. All right, so we've got King of Pentacles here, which means that there is some measure. Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Okay, I didn't know how many times that was going to happen because that happens sometimes. But we have the King of Pentacles here. So to me, that's all the more reason for you to look at what the real success was, because I'm getting that there was some sort of material or some actual recognition that you may have received. Could be a reward, or it could be an award or something to that effect. It could be that you are reaping tangible benefits from the work that you've done. But again, the purpose is to go back to this and see what you really earned and what you really gained from the experience. The real jewels is what I'm getting. The real jewels. All right, so we've got the World card here. To me, I'm seeing that there has been a change of events. There is a change or a turn in your, it could be a change of luck or a turn of events, or again, the World represents the ending of a cycle. So I think that this is about success, the success, what you gained from it. And then we've got two other ones here. Okay, so this is the next phase for you all. All right, so this sense of accomplishment was rewarded. So what you did, what you gained, it was rewarded, and they want you to look at that. There is a change that's happening. That was the end of one cycle. Now you're going into another cycle, and where you're starting new is with relationships and connections. So that's where you're headed next, fire sign. They're telling me that that's where you're going to be learning something new. And it is the Knight of Wands. Wands represents fire, so that's definitely you. And it's about connecting. It's about relationships. Now, this could be a love relationship, or it could be another kind of relationship, work relationship. It doesn't matter. But the thing of it is that wherever you are, you've got to see the blending. You've got to see the bridge. You've got to bridge this. So it's your fire energy and somebody else's energy, and that's the part that you're learning. So that's the next phase. That is the next phase for you. That's going to be interesting, because I'm feeling like that these are two totally different things. Like there was a goal that you set for yourself, and you would achieve that goal. And I think it's interesting that they're having you analyze it, because now you're going to apply this to relationships, or you're going to apply this in a relationship. So when you're thinking about your successes, think about how you're then going to apply the best of what you have learned, the best of what you have experienced, to connections with other people outside of yourself. So I feel like maybe this was a real personal journey for you, that whatever you were trying to succeed at, it was a very personal journey for some of you. But again, this is about now applying what you learned in a group situation. That's what I'm seeing here. And this may be work for you all. This may be work relationships with this Three of Pentacles here. So it's work relationships. How are you going to work with someone else with what you now know about yourself? So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing here, air signs. Because it's not about it's not just about ourselves. Any kind of, personal work that you're doing, the next phase for it is how then do you apply what you now know, what your new information, how are you going to apply that for the community, for the whole, for the good of the whole, for you and another, because we're not isolated human beings. We're not islands. So that's always the next step. It's never solely about yourself. Yes, we do have to take those soul journeys so that we have a better understanding of who we are. But then outside of that, we have to stretch. We have to stretch it, and we have to apply it. And it looks like that's where the application is going to be. Anything else for my fire people? So I am seeing here, because you are a fire person and you're talking about relating to other people, you will have the ability to lead, like with that Leo energy, or you may be encouraging people to explore further with that Sagittarian energy. Or just to start something new, or to take an idea and put the other necessary resources with it to make things go. And I think that is one of the benefits of fire people and having fire people around us, is because they do tend to push us. They do tend to push the envelope and let us stretch, or remind us that we have to stretch. We have to get outside of our own thinking. We have to get outside of the parameters sometimes, and seek something else. When we think about fire in relationship to the spirit, we build a fire as a way of praying and connecting to the higher entities. It's a way of communication. So your energy also can lend itself to that, being able to connect to a higher frequency, so that the information that's coming back to us is beneficial for our future. I was going to say on the cutting edge. Very cutting edge. So I feel like when you do make this connection with these other people, that's what you're going to bring to the table. Other information for my fire people. Fire. Oh, we got a couple here. Okay. So two things. One, this card to me is about ingenuity. It's about creating. It's about ingenuity. It's I'm thinking patents and trademarks and intellectual property and formulas, formulas or a way of doing stuff, a system of operations that is being put in place for you. And again, this is about what's coming towards you. And I do have the death card here. So anything that, any way of relating in the past may have to be done away with, because these are going to be this is a very new approach to the relationship. It's a different group of people, or it may be a different way of relating to the people that you are already with. But I do feel like this is ideas and concepts or things that you're creating together as a unit. In other words, I don't think that this is like a love relationship thing. I think it's a working relationship, and a creative working relationship, where some of you are doing some very innovative work. Very innovative work is what I'm seeing here. So former rules do not apply. Old ways of relating to your cohorts, or to the material itself, or to material in general. And when I say material, I'm talking about information, the information that's coming through right now that you're collecting, or that you have already collected from the experience and, your successes from the past. So, yeah. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. I don't think it was. And that's it for you, my fire people. So just bear that in mind. This is just kind of a way for you to see where you are and how you need to relate and connect with those people who are around you. If you want to see what's going on with the other elements, I highly recommend it. I do one for the earth, the air, the fire, and the water. So if you want to see how your energies may connect with each other, I think you can check out the other lines there for that. As always, I hope you have a great day and you're having a wonderful life.